Hello, everyone out there in Twitchland. We are just about ready to get going. Unfortunately, Big Mac, who plays Braxon, is having some problems with his laptop, so I will be rolling for him while he works on that. And if he can get it up and running, then he'll hop in. Otherwise, he'll just be um, dealing without maps on his end. And that's the way it goes. All right, well, let's move back over to the map for everyone else. I did move where the tokens were, so they're a little bit closer to what the action is going to be. I'm just letting you guys know. Let me bring you over to that. So that's where the tokens are right now. All right, and yeah, I understand that you guys had some questions that you wanted to ask Ragek first, or things that you wanted to discuss with him before moving on.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me just get over. Leva turns to the other guys in the group and says, "We should really explain ranged weapons to Ragek." And I sort of turn around to him and I say, "Listen, we have weapons. You probably already noticed that, but we have weapons that hurts the others at range, so we don't actually need to close in to hit the other guys."
Ragek nods at that and says, "I'm aware. I remember you using them against the mushrooms. We, however, will need to close in. Is your proposal that you hang back while we take the losses?"
No. What we would like to do is, there are some of us who are more fragile than the others, and we will hang back a little bit further than the others. We wanted you to know that we can do that. So not every one of us will be in the front, yes. But also, you should probably teach us some words in your language that we can tell the guys we are fighting, to let them know that they could put down their weapons and join our side if they wanted to.
I'll be telling them that, but I don't anticipate they will be likely to do so unless they see everything turning strongly against them. Korlek, I'm sure, as I would do, has the most loyal of our people with him as bodyguards.
Okay.
He explains that his people don't really have a word for surrender, but he does convey a couple words that you could shout out. Basically saying things like drop weapons or flee, which
Okay.
is about the best that you can really get as a not knowing the language by at all and stuff like that.
So I pass that on to our group.
You have to intimidate them, basically.
Yeah, that's definitely the impression that you're getting. They would have to see it, just completely hopeless.
It's an alternative to dying, basically.
The only alternative to dying.
Okay,
So,
sorry, I'm back. My lunch got here.
All right.
So I ask Raguk whether they'd be influenced by loud noises if we make loud noises.
He nods slowly and says, "Yes, but so would we."
Okay.
He kind of gets that you're asking about the potential of using essentially sound as a weapon, and you can tell he's a little nervous by the idea.
Could we use sound to possibly distract the enemy and then catch him off guard by telling our guys not to pay any attention to it?
We're too many.
The way it looks like, the way Ragok just looked like when we made that, when we asked him that before, makes me believe that he'd be more influenced by it as well, and he couldn't just turn it off as maybe we could.
Well, I mean, it's like you'd have to basically warn them beforehand to put their hands over their ears or put their fingers in their ears or something like that, and it's a little difficult to do in a pitched battle.
True.
Yeah.
Lafdul would look to Leva and obviously ask for a translation. Are any of them magic users or have the capabilities of such, or will we be encountering such? If she could ask that to Ragok.
I do. I ask Ragok. Are there any magic users?
Do they know the concept of magic?
Yes, they know the concept of magic. He shakes his head and says, none of my people are. None of the bodyguards should be either. There were some treasures found here, and I don't know the capabilities of them. I was run out before anyone could spend the time to investigate them.
Okay. Not that we have any magic users, because we used up all our spells.
Someone still has some spells.
Yeah, I'm like the only healer, and it's like 50 people around me to heal.
You'll do fine. Nothing
It's
can go wrong.
fine, it's fine, yeah.
What level's Cure Mass? Like 5?
You'll have to decide who you like most.
Lafdul, will you be giving us some sort of boost before we go into this fight?
If we can prepare for it, I can give us a blessing. Might aid us in combat.
Keep in mind that the blessing only lasts 6 rounds. So the closer you do it to actual combat, the more time you'll benefit from it.
It'll be like on the precipice of fighting, so we cast it, then we charge.
How long
What
does
do
it
you
take you to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a full round.
It's a long cast
It's a
spell.
full round. So basically, you don't roll initiative if you're casting it, and it goes off at the end of the round. And then it's 6 rounds following is the length of time that you benefit from it.
So could we do that as the very first action in the battle?
Yep. But one additional thing to mention is that it only affects those not actively engaged in melee.
So you get a volley of arrows off while I'm doing it.
Yeah, so in other words, I mean, Lafdul is, I mean, even though he hasn't used this in any of the, the adventures so far, he knows exactly how to use it. He would be letting you know that the best plan would be for the rest of you to keep back, use ranged weapons for that first round, and hope that as many of the creatures here would be able to hang back as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
I turn around to Ragok and I tell him, well, first I ask Lafdul whether he can do that, whether he will do it.
Yeah, I would go along with this plan upon being asked by Braxon. Was it Braxon or Higgimus? I can't remember who asked me. But yeah, no, I would then explain to Leva. I'd hope she'd ask Ragok.
So I'll tell Ragok that one of the members of our group, can use a spell to bless us. But that will only affect people who are not actively engaged in melee combat.
You should also tell them that one of us has a scroll that can shoot out a fireball. So probably try to keep their people from being caught in the blast if that happens.
So I actually tell Ragok that the very first round, they should all stay around us and not rush forward. Would that be better?
Probably.
Yeah,
I was
Alright.
also thinking about using the dragon's breath potion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really want to
We'd
blast it with fire.
we'd give Ragak a signal, and he would give the command to all of his people to charge when relevant.
So I asked Ragok whether he'd be agreeable to the member of our group doing the blessing, and one or two others of the group doing some big attacks, like magic attacks, that he keeps his people back and only tells them to go ahead when we give him the signal to go ahead.
He takes all this in. At the mention of the blessing, and you describe it that it would improve fighting ability and skills. You see he gets a little bit excited. At the mention of the powerful magics, you see a slight sneer, but he nods and says, I will certainly do my best. My people are not the most disciplined in combat, and these are untrained.
Okay. So I turn around to the others and I tell them to maybe make certain to aim not
Friendly
at the
fire down.
maybe to aim a little bit further ahead.
I'll do the best I can. I'm not exactly 100% sure what this thing's going to do.
I have no idea what this thing is going to do yet. It's just a name.
and with the fireball having you when you cast read magic on a spell on a scroll, you have a general idea of what it does, what its constraints are, what its range is, and stuff like that. But that's it, unless you're intimately familiar with the spell. So just FYI.
So we do know a fireball will be probably a ball of fire.
Yes.
And it will probably be aimed.
Yeah.
But we don't know its range or...
Well, no, you know its range and you know its rough area of effect, but you're in a place that you're not familiar with. Are you going to be able to accurately predict how big it's going to be, et cetera, so...
Could it fizzle?
No.
Okay.
Not well. Not on its own. If there was some sort of external effects, like a null magic field or a wild magic field, yeah. But spell scrolls cannot be disrupted.
Okay. So I tried to explain to Ragok what we're going to do, and he sort of agrees that he will try.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you're
That's all we can
dealing with
ask.
undisciplined people who, just they're completely untrained. They're rabble.
I tell our group that these people are not trained, so they may not keep to the background when all of this is happening.
Oh, what I'm saying, that's very obvious to all of you.
Okay.
Is there anything he wants to do before we commence with this fight? Like, is he going to talk to them first, or what?
Well, he's already talked to them, and while this is all going on, he's been distributing the weapons, which, let's see if I...
I apologize. I meant, is he going to talk to these bad guys?
Oh, he is going to try during combat, but he did say that, essentially, what he would do in Corlix's position is have the most loyal of the people around, the strongest around him. So, you're dealing with loyal bodyguards here. So
Okay, so there's not going to be.
There isn't going to be a parlay.
Oh, okay. So we can just.
So I asked Ragok if they change sides, if they're really demoralized, let's say if there was a big fireball landing in the middle of them and killing quite a few of them, would the others consider switching?
The bodyguards?
Yes.
We could
Three
bluff
quarters-
and intimidate
If
them.
you
Maybe.
if you feel that 3/4 of your friends have just died, wouldn't you consider switching sides if
Maybe.
if it's offered to you?
Maybe.
One thing to bear in mind is that if these people have been oppressing the normal people, then if they surrender, they might not believe that the other people are going to forgive them.
True.
So some of them, the more nasty ones, might be willing to fight to death.
Okay.
We might just have to accept that we might be able to get some of the ones that they bullied into joining them to switch sides. But it's possible that some of them will just.
We might have to show them a bit of our awesome power.
Yeah, well, we might get some of them won't back down.
They haven't seen our mages with their slings.
They haven't seen me when I used to scroll a fireball.
Well, let's go ahead and do it then.
Okay. You guys all ready to go?
Yeah. I'm
Sounds
gonna have the sling in one hand and my scroll in the other hand as I'm waiting for whatever.
Out of curiosity, I'm going to ask you something. Carry on. I'm just going to ask you all something. So you might like this, actually.
All right. So let me see. We've got. All right. So you've actually distributed weapons to every single one of the male creatures. And so there's 3 battle axes. There's a 2-handed sword. That's yours, Higgimus. You said that you were lending that one.
Yeah, he's mace.
Yeah, and there's a broadsword, a short sword, and Urgoth handed over his warhammer. There's going to be a total of 20 of these guys. There are 13 females and 7 males. The females will come and try and help, but they're even less skilled than the males. It's a quite misogynistic society, but they are, they're a strong race and everything like that. So
I have one more question to Raguk.
Yep.
How many people are on the other side?
He turns and asks one of the there's essentially like a younger male in the group. He's kind of become the leader of the the civilians. And he asks your question, gets the answer, turns back to you and says, "They're not sure. They're not allowed to go in there. There's Korlek has some concubines who bring out bladders of water when for the civilians here to drink. Occasionally there's one selected from among the group here and taken in there and never seen again. Generally assumed that they become bodyguards or taken as concubines if they're female.
Do you
They
think
don't
the
know how many are
concubines
in
might
there."
try to attack us?
I'm sorry?
Do you think the concubines might try to attack us?
Certainly
Or do you
possible.
want us to keep them alive?
Well, play it by ear. He tells you that the numbers known are there's at least 4 of them. That's not including Korlek. But they suspect that there's more than that.
So we have far more people than they are, except that they are better trained.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He also tells them that he thinks that there's something else down there. They've heard noises, but they're not sure what else might be down there.
Oh, goody.
What sort of noises?
Growls.
Blizzard before?
Growls. All right.
All right, you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Before we get started, how are you handling the lanterns?
Well, we don't have to worry about them since they don't go by sight. These guys go by listening.
Right, but are you guys going to be carrying them? Are you going to be using one? Are you going to be using both? I need to know like sight ranges and stuff like that.
Higgimus will use his.
Okay.
Yeah, Braxon would like to use his.
All right. So Higgimus, you're not going to be using your shield.
Nah.
Okay. Because you could always
Give it to the mages.
Exactly.
You know what we need to do? We need to hook up like a pole onto somebody's backpack and just hang the lantern from that so you can still use a shield and sword.
Yeah, but then they'd be blocked from the frontal side of it. You'd have to hang it on your waist or something.
But Braxon, how does your lantern look like? I mean, it's directional, so is it a bit like a sort of a flashlight?
No. Braxon's is the hooded lantern. That's the 30 feet all around. Higgimus has the bullseye lantern, which is 60 feet directional.
Oh, okay. Then I ask Higgimus, is there a way that you could maybe attach this lantern to your head so we can watch?
He won't be able to use his headbutt.
It would take away an effective weapon that's in my arsenal, and then also I don't think it would stay.
Also, it may set his head on fire.
Okay.
Might get a bit hot.
If he gets shot at, his head will go up in flames.
I could give it to you, Leva, if you wanted to hold it.
Yes. But then you'd have to tell me where to point it to, because I can see without the lantern. In fact, if anything, a lantern would make me see less.
Yeah,
You
but
have to-
in order to
When you're in the
use
light, your infravision wouldn't be working anyway.
right, in order to use your infravision, you'd have to shut off both the lanterns would have to be put out,
Okay.
and then Braxon and Higgimus would be up a creek.
So with the lanterns on, you'd be able to see the same as the humans.
Yeah.
60 feet in the direction's not bad.
How heavy is that lantern?
Like a pound, something like that.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to go look.
I did not.
Yes,
write
then
that
I can
down.
take it. Then I could take it. Xanfyr has both
I mean,
hands.
they're basically, they're basically camping lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
But
Xanfyr has both hands full, so I only have one hand full with the sling. So yes, I could take the lantern. I'm sorry?
No, it's one hand because you gotta spin it around and then throw.
Yeah,
The other hand would be
reload it,
loading
you need
in.
your other hand.
yeah, you
Well,
need
the
the other
other
hand to
hand,
load.
I only need 2 fingers to pick up a sling bullet and put it in. The rest of them are holding the scroll.
Yeah, I'm fine. Not. I mean, as long as you're not like trying to do something with your other hand actively, then it's fine. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pass it.
Okay.
Other hand.
So Leva will be holding the bullseye lantern, and Braxon will be holding the hooded lantern.
I'm just hoping I see all these guys bunched up together so I could just blast them all away at once.
Okay. Keep in mind, it is a big area of effect. I will not be telling you before you cast it how big the area of effect is.
Aim for
And
the
it's
back of the
also
room,
going to be
please.
deafening.
I'm pretty sure it's a 20-foot radius.
Check.
We don't know that it's deafening because we have never seen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I haven't.
Aim for the back of whatever you're gonna shoot.
Aim for the growl.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to shoot somewhere where a 40-foot diameter would not annihilate us.
Okay.
So you know what? I stand beside you and I point the lantern, since it's a directional lantern and you can see far further than the other. I point it towards where you might want to throw the fireball.
That works.
Okay.
All right. Alrighty, let's move on out. Now, last question. Do you want to lead the way, or are you going to be hanging back behind the other creatures?
I'll be up towards the front with the creatures.
Okay.
I'll be hanging back because I'm gonna probably be mostly using my bow and arrow.
Okay.
I'm going to be kind of nearer the front because I want to be able to see up in front of me so I can blast out with a fireball then run away.
Yeah, and I'll stick with you, so I'll be very close.
Because I gotta be able to see where I'm targeting.
And I have a longbow, so I can basically hit anything.
Okay.
Go up with Lafdul. Do we need to stick?
Lafdul will be. I guess he would be near in the front because he needs to cast the spell. Well,
Just be close
Ahead of
enough where you
most
can
of the
get your spell off.
yeah, not literally leading, but close enough. Like I don't know, like 5th,
Well-
10th.
Bless has a 50-foot cube, so it's a pretty big area of effect.
Oh, if we are too close to our enemies, will they be blessed too?
No.
Okay.
It is friendly based, so it will not affect hostiles, but it doesn't affect things engaged in melee combat.
Maybe I should get curse. Actually, I can reverse it, can't I?
You have to memorize the reversed spell.
Really?
They are
And I need unholy water.
reversible spells are essentially 2 for 1 in that by learning one you know the other unless you can't cast it for like alignment purposes or ethos purposes. But you do have to memorize specifically which one you want.
Hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and clear up some more of this. All right, so the direction that you'll be going is this way, through this gap around this pillar, because you'll be heading over into the darkness here, and then down into a tunnel. Ragek is able to describe, roughly how you're going, without, distances and stuff like that. However, upon coming around this corner, let's see, that is going to be about like that. You see coming out of the tunnel at the, up ahead of you, another one of the giant lizards that you fought previously, as well as 2 more creatures like Ragek, and very surprisingly, 2 old dwarves.
Okay, do you think this is a good moment for this? Because I could take out the entire group.
I would ask Aragoth, do you recognize the dwarves?
Urgoth says, "No, I've never heard of dwarves being down here. I don't know why they'd be down here. Makes no sense to
Can
me."
we tell what race they are? Can he tell?
Not from, they're dwarves. Their beards are white.
Well,
They appear to be old.
Guys, should I blast or are we gonna actually fight these guys?
I don't think we need to use a fireball on that.
Yeah,
We
no.
outnumber them significantly.
Okay, then I will hold back on the explosions for now.
How? No, so we got a big lizard, 2, and another 2.
Yes, there's a lizard, and there are 2 creatures like Ragek and 2 dwarves. Upon seeing you, you notice that the lizard has a collar of some sort, and a chain is attached to it.
Oh, great, it's a pet.
2 of the creatures 2 of the humanoids are holding it, and as soon as they see you, they let it go. And it starts moving towards you, growling.
Initiative.
Yep.
Lafdul's going to cast Bless them.
Okay, let me go
He
ahead.
shouts to the party.
Remove that.
Not like
All right, go ahead and click on your token and roll for initiative.
it. Got the exact same roll twice in a row.
Also.
Can you roll for me, please?
Yes, I will.
Braxon's going to growl back at the lizard.
My plan is to move back very quickly as I ready to
Is that right?
as I use my sling.
You go off at the end of the turn.
Yeah, I know, but why? I marked it down as casting time 1, but
Higgimus, don't think of leaves.
Now, if you want, you can try to tell the Ragek and the creatures to hold back. But if you get engaged in melee, the bless is not going to affect you. People who are engaged
No.
in melee.
well, I've just shouted out, and obviously it's up to Leather to translate that.
Okay. Just go ahead and roll for
I'm sorry,
Braxon
what do
here.
you wanted me to translate?
Tell-
Get him to hold back.
Hold back for as long as they can, because I'm going to cast Bless.
Braxon,
Okay.
did you want to use your bow, or were you going to be rushing forward to engage in melee?
I'm going to have to put the lantern down, and Braxon would be walking along with the lantern and the sword, so he'd have to put the sword away and get the bow out. What sort of range is the lizard?
They're pretty close. It's about 20, 30 feet, something like that.
So is he going to get a chance to use the bow if he swaps weapons?
Depends on your initiative.
Right. And it would be irrelevant if he has a sword.
I'm sorry, you broke up there for a second.
If he sticks with the sword, it's irrelevant because he'll have the sword with him. I think he'll stick with the sword
Okay.
because I don't think there's enough time.
All right. Let me roll for the other creatures as well. Okay. And did that? That did put you in there. Good. All right. We've got female humanoids. Despite the different weapons for the males, I'm going to have them go... I'm just going to roll once, and I think that I will probably go at Battle Axe, since there's 3 of them.
This is 1/10 my holy one.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a few sprinkles. Okay, and... Okay. Let's see. Male humanoids are moving at 9. Females are moving at 10. Where's another D10? There we go. The 2 humanoids, they are using... What are they using? They are also using battle axes. The 2 dwarves, you see them pull out light crossbows.
Oh, great.
Aiming them. They're basically just aiming into the teeming mass of you guys.
Yes, Aragorn not going to try and parlay with the other dwarves. Dwarven.
It's it's combat. What are you gonna do?
Well, if Ragged can talk to the others, then Urgos could too.
Yeah, he could. Do you want to suggest that to him? He's just in battle mode kind of thing.
Yes.
Just ask Aragorn to parlay with the dwarves.
I'll
I
try.
don't think that's going to go well, but alright.
Oh, there it is.
Well, we're not assuming anything. That's the basis that we're going on.
I think, but I can't quite remember. Did Braxon take Dwarven as a language?
I think so. I'll double check in a second.
I've got Dwarven.
Because I was going to say he would
A
call
bunch
out.
of you do.
he would call out to the dwarves, "Call off your lizard now, or die."
Yeah, you do have Dwarven.
Well, that's what he shouts out then.
Okay. All right. Lafdul, I'm actually putting you down at 99 since you go at the end. All right. Unfortunately, the male humanoids, they are, basically rabble. So they just kind of rush forward and attack. They feel that they've got the numbers. They can tell how many there are by smell and sound, and they're just ready to dive right in. And so they rush forward, and they are basically just surrounding the lizard now, and they're going to be making some attacks. And I am going to just roll here.
The
So
mass.
here comes the d20s. All the d20s. That is actually quite a few
3
hits.
hits,
That is
4 hits.
five. 5 of them hit. Wow.
Oh.
Okay. I have a feeling that this lizard is not long for this world. Yeah.
Could all roll ones.
This is going to be interesting. All right. Well, let's see. We've got only 3 of the battle axes hit.
Isn't there a proficiency for understanding crowds and stuff?
There's crowd
working.
All right. Actually, no. Only one of the axes hits. So that's not a whole lot of damage there.
Chip a scale off.
Yeah, one of the humanoids sinks its axe into just the the forelimb a little bit. Gives it kind of a glancing hit.
And the other guys?
The other 2 with the battle axes, they because of the rushing mass, they just kind of get jostled too much and aren't able to get a hit. Next up is going to be the one wielding Urgoth's Warhammer misses. Just gonna do this here. Let's see. Now the one with the 2-handed sword does hit. And it gets a good hit. Does 11 points of damage to it.
Nice.
Broadsword. That one hits. Not all that much damage, only 2 points of damage.
Hey, it'll kill it eventually.
15.
The creature is very much in pain now. Just it's just getting hacked apart here though. And coming in, the last of the male humanoids kind of ducks down and short sword right into the lizard's throat, killing it.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was not
knew
expecting them
these
to go quite that quickly.
I knew giving those guys weapons was a great idea.
Until they're against us.
All right. You know what? I think that's it's probably going to force a morale check.
First combat
Hearing their giant lizard get just utterly slaughtered.
emaciated.
And okay.
What was a morale check? I don't know. What do you roll?
2d10.
What, lower or higher?
Lower. Okay.
Versus-
The dwarves, seeing this, You see them pause for a moment at the sight of so many of these humanoids rushing towards them, and they immediately back off. So on their turn, they're going to be turning and leaving. Orderly though, not running. All right, Xanfyr, it's your turn.
Okay, so that leaves us with the other two enemy humanoids.
The dwarves as well, since their turn hasn't come up yet.
Oh, so can I hit one in the back of the head?
You can try.
Back of the head. That thing got to go round.
Well, I'm just trying to hit one at least.
Yeah, no.
Probably not.
That's a miss.
Hmm.
All right. The female humanoids, seeing the slaughter, they actually rush forward and start ripping chunks off of the lizard and
Meat!
eating. Yeah.
Food! Finally, food!
All right, Yeldin.
I feel like my bless is rather
Alright.
useless now.
I guess I'm gonna shoot one of the other humanoids, the humanoids that are against us that are not in melee combat.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to accidentally hit somebody. Nope.
That is a miss. All right. Ragek, seeing this, he laughs loudly and shouts to the two other humanoids in his own language. But he is holding back. He's going to hold back because he understood the idea of the bless spell. So he's not going to rush and immediately engage in combat.
Oh, great.
It's a bit too late now for that, I think.
All right, Leva.
Massacre's already ensued.
I wait and see.
Okay. Urgoth, he decides that this is probably a good time to use his crossbow, so he's going to pull that out, and he's going to spend his turn doing that instead. All right, that means that the two enemy humanoids, seeing their pet get killed, they're quite angry, and they're going to try and hack apart some of the
They're
your
going to take on 30-odd people.
ally humanoids. Sure. They have confidence. They're angry now.
Are they
Okay.
wearing armor?
No, they are not wearing armor.
But
But they do
do it,
successfully
you
hit.
see.
They immediately engage with some of the humanoids on your side that have also basically stopped to rip off chunks of flesh from the lizard and eat it.
Oh, come on! Focus, guys! Focus!
All right, so they were taken a little bit by surprise and get hit in the head with the axes, but no, actually not in the head. I'm sorry. So two of your guys take some axe cuts to the various parts of their body. God, I'm gonna need to write down hit points for all of these.
Yep.
30 people?
My guy shouts at the
And
at our-
apparently no
at our
GM prep
allies
for this
saying,
session.
"Come on, guys, focus! Ignore the giant lizard for now. We got bigger problems."
I translate that to and ask Greg to pass that on.
He's still laughing at this whole affair, but he does shout to his people, something that it seems sharp and reprimandy.
It's like, pay attention.
Yeah, something along those lines. The two dwarves, they immediately make an orderly retreat back down the corridor.
How
So
far
they're
away are
they're now out of the they're around the corner now. You can't see them anymore. They get away.
they? Welcome.
All right, Braxon, did you want to rush forward and engage, or are you going to hold back?
Braxton's going to rush forward and attack one or both of the humanoids that are attacking our humanoids.
Okay.
Like, you can't take them both on, but you can probably get close enough to make both of them pull off and attack him.
All right.
I'll just go for whichever one's closest and take a swipe at that. He's left his lantern on the floor, so he's just going in with his sword.
All right, let me see. All right. Unfortunately, you do miss. You swing your sword at one of them and are not able to connect. You get jostled a bit by all of the friendly humanoids.
That's fine.
All
He
right,
shouts,
Higgimus.
"Ah, defend yourself!" while he does it.
Not that they have any idea what you're saying.
No, that's fine. He's just trying to get them to turn around and
Yeah.
face him.
All right. Higgimus.
All right. So those other guys are in melee. Are the other dwarves in melee yet?
The dwarves
No, they
have
left.
left. They're gone.
Oh, they're
now.
gone. Gone.
Yeah.
The morale broke when the creature got slaughtered so easily.
All right. I guess I'll shoot one of the humanoids then. Maybe.
Okay.
Gonna miss.
The Higgimus streak continues.
But maybe with the upcoming bless, it'll. No, well, what? Who
Because he's
am
in
I kidding?
melee
Who
now.
am I kidding? No, he's not.
No,
he was
he's
shooting.
ranged.
All right.
That's a good
Lafdul.
thing he missed them, because there's so many people in melee combat. I looked up the firing into combat rules, and it was a very high % chance of us hitting an ally.
And now it is. Well, I'd assume this is all happening as they're running towards each other. So
Yeah. Oh, actually, before the bless spell goes off, Yeldin, you get your second arrow.
Oh, right, I forgot I got a second arrow. I'm going to hold off on that because I don't want to hit somebody in melee.
All right. The bless spell goes off because of its effects.
to start party.
It can, yeah. Basically, all of you except for Braxon are going to get a +1 bonus to hit, a +1 bonus to any saving throws, and this is going to affect all of the female humanoids as well as 4
All
of
but
the
2 of the
male
males.
humanoids.
Oh, okay.
So it's missing out on 3 of them because they're just too close. They're considered to be
And Ragak.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, when I say all of you guys, I mean including Urgoth and Ragak.
Okay.
All right.
Poor Urgoth, he just switched to his bow, and now he has to switch back to his melee weapon.
Well, I mean, with as many people as there are now, he is actually going to get his light crossbow ready and just kind of. He doesn't see any point in moving up. There's too many people up there right now as it is. But go ahead and roll for initiative now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be switching to melee because I
Well,
won't do anything else.
I might shout to Yeldin and Urgoth to follow me, see if we can catch the dwarves, but not leave the party melee too much. With ranged weapons. Maybe shoot
Oh, I
them
rolled
back.
the exact same thing I did last time for initiative.
All right, so a little bit iffy on that. I mean, there's, a mess of melee right at the entrance to the
The too
the
far.
tunnel.
No, I'm not interested in them.
Right, but
too far gone. You won't be able to get through the melee.
Yeah, that's
Still
the
see what's
problem.
going on.
I mean, just you got to squeeze by, a melee.
There's like
but
a
if-
wall of melee then.
kind
Well,
of.
if there's nothing I can do, then
Sling in
I
the
can do
melee, but I
nothing.
doubt I'll actually hit anything.
Braxon, you're gonna just attack with your sword?
Yeah, attack with my sword. So
Okay.
I get 2 goes now, don't I?
Yep.
So for Ragak, he says, and tries not to miss.
Okay. Has everyone else rolled? Let me go ahead and.
Yeah, I'm skipping. I can't do anything.
Were you gonna try to get around them and head down the tunnel?
I can have a look over there while this fight's going on. Just look, not like go out there by myself.
All right, so you're just gonna try to peek around the corner and see what's down there, rather than actually head down the pathway.
Yeah, I'm standing there looking out that way.
Okay. I'm sorry. You pinged on the screen. I wasn't looking.
No, I'm just standing there looking over
Oh.
there.
No, they went. It's this
Yeah.
way.
They went
Is that-
down. Yeah, they went down that way. That's where they came out of.
Oh yeah, I'm not on about the dwarves. I mean, I couldn't get past the melee that I assume that's
Okay.
happening there, so there's no way of me getting past.
All right, so you're just looking around.
That's the way we
I'm
have,
going to stand there.
Okay.
This is the way we have to go, so there's no point in going
Yeah, I'm
any
just
other
seeing if there's
direction.
anything behind us.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to be looking backwards.
Yeah, well, there's nothing else I can do, so that's what I'm going to do. Make myself useful.
Okay, then I will just go ahead and clear up some of that. Actually, let's see. Yeah, it's about all you can see with there's too much lantern light to use infravision, even though it's behind you. So that's about all you can see. All right, everyone rolled their initiative.
Yep.
Did I get my second attack?
Well, I mean, I
That's next
hasn't
round.
happened yet,
That's
I'm just-
this round.
yeah, that's
Oh,
going to
okay.
be this round.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Wow, Higgimus is fast this time.
Holy cow!
With a two-handed fucking greatsword.
No,
in
no,
one
he's
hand.
not using.
No,
He's using
it's
the mace.
one-handed mace.
Okay.
Oh,
Higgimus,
wait, yeah, he's using the mace.
you can just wade right in there and get your attack. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Higgimus? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, of course.
Unfortunate. Okay, well, you wade in. Unfortunately, you do miss. All right,
Get
Xanfyr?
pushed aside.
You're aiming too high. Not everybody is as tall as you are.
Oh, no, as tall as him.
He got jostled by the male humanoids.
There's too many of them. I can't
Yep.
tell them apart.
That's actually a fair point. It's actually a fair point. All right,
Also
Xanfyr?
fairly racist. Okay, me?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to bang one of the. I'm gonna try to hit one of the male humanoids with my sling.
Okay.
Not one of ours, but one of the enemies. So.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Oh no!
No.
Out of
You
curiosity,
Damn it!
do you have a spare sling?
I have one if you need it.
Please, I don't have a spare.
All right. Well, Leva did just say
It's
that
my
she
spare
had one.
sling.
All right.
You
Well,
can have my spare sling.
let's see.
He pulls it out, but it's caught on something. He just tears it in half.
I'm going to have it make a saving throw. What is it gonna? Why is there no tearing saving throw? Nah, I'll just go with that. All right. Well, good news. Your sling, as you're whipping it around, it catches on some there's a just for some weird reason there's a very low hanging stalactite above you, and you're whirling your sling around and it catches on it. And you think it's about to rip and just destroy your sling, but surprisingly, the stalactite breaks and it crashes to the ground right next to you.
Oh God!
Whoa! I didn't think I was that strong.
I got a natural 20 on your saving throw.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
All right, the female
One
humanoids.
bullet by
They've been kind of they look rather sheepish at the admonitions from Ragek, and they stop eating and they kind of back off a bit to give the males more room to fight. So they're not actually going to like run in try to get in there. It's pretty crazy tight quarters now. Leva.
I close my mouth that fell open when I watched the stalactite fall down. I turn around and I go, I can't see anyone. I only see a sea of humanoids, and I don't know who is who. I think I just let it be and sort of wait it out.
With a big hippo head in the middle of it.
Yes, exactly.
Urgoth, he's in kind of the same boat. He's like, you see him like moving his light crossbow around, trying to get a beat on it, and then he shouts out, "I can't tell who is who!" And he opts not to do anything, and I can actually just do that so that they're not there.
Can't you tell? Clearly that one's Jim.
All right, so the enemy humanoids. I'm sorry.
A clarification.
Yeah.
We now have around 30 humanoids against 2. Correct.
20.
20.
And
Nearly 7.
But only 7 of them are actually engaged in melee right now. The females have backed off.
Well, that's still 7 against 2. Okay.
Yeah, but see, these guys are like fanatically angry now, and they swing their axes and they connect in with the 2 that they hit prior.
Uh-oh.
One was just a glancing blow, however, and one of them connects and just really mangles one of your civilian humanoid type guys, but he's not dead. He's got a big nasty gash along his torso now, though. All right.
Probably get him to fall back.
Yeldin.
Yay. Sword 1. Miss. Sword 2. Is a 14 hit?
That's a hit.
Cool. The normal size, so it's 1d8. Six damage.
Okay, you managed to push your way in and get a strike on one of the 2 evil humanoids. And you get a good slash along his torso.
Yeah, alright.
But he is not dead.
Let the blood flow.
Alright, I'm ignoring the old dwarves there. Alright, Braxon is going to move in, and he's going to attack the other one. And I don't actually know your... Oh, that's gonna be a miss, even with a +1. Alright, you rolled a 9. Unfortunately, that is a miss. You'll get your second attack at the end of the round. Alright, the male humanoids, they are... they just kind of swarm around. And now, at this point, even if the... your enemies wanted to run away, they really couldn't. Theoretically, they could surrender. But apparently one of them just barked.
That's their form of communication.
All right, let's see. All of the rolls. We got 3 hits this time. All right. So, first of all, one of the guys with the battle axe, he swings and he does 2 points of damage. Gets a score along one of the evil guy's arms. Still alive, however. Next up, another one of the battle axes hits. He's attacking the other one. He only gets 2 points of damage, so a light glancing blow. And now the broadsword. One of them wielding a broadsword. He swings his sword and slashes for... Holy cow. Max damage. He cuts down one of the humanoids, the one that you were attacking, Yeldin.
Nice.
Alright, Ragek, he manages to push his way in and swing his sword. Unfortunately, because of the mess, he is not able to successfully attack. However, seeing his companion go down, let me make another morale check. And the evil guy